Today we're going to be assembling some Vicehead Resinworks N scale construction trailers. So these are a couple trailers, well 3 trailers commonly found on construction sites. So what we got is we have a generator trailer, a welder trailer, and an air compressor. The air compressor has the boxes on the sides. The generator has the little generator sticking out there. And the welding trailer has a small flat spot right down in here for your welding tanks to sit on. So we also have a couple other pieces. This was all on one raft. However, I split it up for the purpose of painting. We have a wheel and, well, a tire and a wheel, tire, wheel, tire, wheel, and continued back down through here. Now each one of these trailers has a couple accessories. Over here you will have 2. There's one on this particular model because I broke that off. I also broke off 2 of the exhausts. As you can see, this one in the middle still has the exhaust. The 2 outer ones do not. I broke them off too. So as I butcher my own creations, you guys are probably well aware of that if you watch any of my build videos here. But yeah, that being said, I do my best at this time. We also have an air tank, a fuel tank, and some welding leads. So your accessories will go onto your trailers then. I'll show you how everything goes together as soon as I get all the tiny pieces apart and hopefully don't lose them all, which I'm going to do off camera, so hopefully I don't lose them all. Okay, so now we got our wheels here. And I'm about to glue the last hubcap on. You just take a tiny drop of glue, and that might have just sat there a little too long. Now the first one I put way too much glue on. As everyone knows, I am an expert at over gluing things. And turns out this paint isn't exactly dry. I was rushing way too much to get these put together because they are cool and I want to see what they look like. So I may have messed it up a good bit in that process. But put a little drop in it, shove your hubcap in, and pretty much, yeah, it's gonna stick there. Lots of tiny stuff. Very tiny. So this hubcap design, if you were to somehow sand it, it'd probably look a little better. But, I mean, considering now your hubcaps are painted a different color and they're round, I'll take that. I'll take that. Also, like I said, it was not fully dry, so I might have to paint off a couple of these. So, take your little trailer. This one is a welder trailer. We'll build that first. Just like our trucks, a little dab of glue, and then you can pick your wheel of choice and throw it up in your wheel hole. I'll do that on the other side. I'll have to do a set of these so it's a little prettier. And probably take a little more time between painting and building. And also not flood everything with super glue. And that one is officially stuck to my finger, so this will take a moment. Hopefully. Now, I'll get it off the finger. And then back onto here, and hopefully it stays. Now, again, I stuck my finger to that like 4 times, so it probably looks horrible because of that. But it is on there. So we're going to go with that. And this one was the welder trailer. Now I was going to go ahead and paint all these bottles fancy colors, but I really need to find my tiny tweezers. Looks like I'm doing this one by hand. So the bottles go right on that little shelf on the front. Get a hair of glue on it. And if we're lucky, get down right into that shelf. There you go. Now we got another one to do. This one ain't even painted, but it's going on. Like I said, I'm going to have to make a pretty one of it without breaking everything, but this one is a great example of how to butcher it real well. And this one's not cooperating. Should go right next to it. You place them carefully, they'll both fit down on the shelf. Right there. This helps show the contrast. Two different color bottles. So, other thing with the welder trailers, we have a couple little sets of leads. Sure. Here and here. And then go ahead and just put a little bit, probably a little bit too much. This again, we have a theme here, glue onto the front tongue, and then just set that right there in place. That one went on pretty well. And you can do that with the other one if you want. The generator trailer is going to get a little fuel tank on the front, and the wheels are going to be the same. So a little glue there, and your fuel tank here. Get the rest of the supports off the bottom. So you can go just like that. There's your fuel tank. And then the air compressor has a tank on the front. The tank actually has these really fancy little valves to hook stuff like jackhammers or whatever to. And there is a block that is keyed. So hopefully I get this in without it looking too horrible. There we go. Nope. Maybe. There we go. I should probably touch that painting up too. You get a little tank on there. I'm going to get these wheels put on, and then we'll show you what they look like.